Back in the day, I always wanted a pair of J's. I mean, that was always what anybody wanted back in the day, but you know, my pockets weren't right, so I would cop like some Larry Johnson Reacts or some Ewings. You know, when my boys had the J's, you know what I'm saying? I guess they shined before I could. When I really started getting into them was when the 13's first started coming out. I pretty much started copping every colorway from then on. I think they were the black and red 13's. And then I copped all of them from there, basically. So I guess you could say the 13's started me officially. Everybody knows about DMPs, and this was the first pack I believe Jordan Brand came out with, if I'm not mistaken. And this was it was a moment in time for sneaker collectors. You know, the Concord 11's coming back out. People wanted those for years, you know, and people weren't trying to pay, you know, what eBay was trying to sell them for, which was at the time was like $500. I was able to get fortunate 2 pairs. I went down to 34th Street in Times Square with my shorty at the time, so I could get a second pair, of course, because I needed 2 pairs. And one of the pairs I wore, and the other one I just kept away for probably for like 18 months. You know, I didn't look at them, didn't care. I was just like, yo, I have an extra, you know, an extra DMP pack on deck for whatever reason. So, you know, it was a New Year's where all my cousins were over and they wanted to see it. And they were like, yo, bring out the dead stock pair. So I was like, all right. I was kind of amped too, because I hadn't even opened the box, you know? So I go to open the box, as you see me doing like this. And of course I go to the 11 side, because this is pretty much made the pack. You know, the 6s is fly too, but the 11's made the pack. And, you know, I take one out and I hand it to my cousin, and he's looking at them. I'm like, damn, they look so fly. Like, let me see the other pair, right? Check that out. That's the left shoe right there, right? I grabbed the other pair and I'm looking at it, and it looks very similar to the left shoe. Not because it's the same shoe, because it's the left shoe as well. It took 18 months for me to realize I had 2 left shoes on one of my packs. So I got 2 fly left shoes instead of a right pair. You know, fortunate for me, I have another pair on deck, you know, that down over there, that I could rock. But at least, you know, I'm gonna have these, I guess, to tell the story how, you know, I got 2 left pairs of 11s, two left sides. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna wear a left shoe on my right shoe.
I see the majority of collection is Jordan. Why Jordan out of everything else?
You know, Jordan just pretty much symbolizes basketball. When you think of basketball, you know, if you were born in the 80s, you were 80s baby, you pretty much think Jordan. Like, you know, and you know, having his sneakers pretty much meant, you know, like you was that dude. Like, you had J's, like you felt that much better about yourself. You know, Jordan's always made everything that much better. And I respect the dude's game. It was more than basketball. You know, I even got a little tat right here with the 2-3 from the 12s. Of course, a classic Jordan Jumpman in my favorite color, black and red, the Bulls colorway. And this is a quote that he said, I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. You know, when I heard him say that, you know, it's pretty much saying, you know, if you fall down, you gotta get up and continue doing you. You don't know, you gotta know both sides. You gotta know the bad, the good, you know, the failure and success. So, you know, when you know, I was looking up Jordan quotes, and I wanted to get a Jordan tat because I love basketball. You know, I think, you know, Jordan as an icon and the sneakers in general, and that's how it paid respect, basically. Yo, quick note, man, if you have my right shoe, please, man, I got a dead stock left shoe for you. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Let's find each other. Let's make this work. You know. Let's. I know it's supposed to be left with a right shoe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they want to be together. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out there and you got a dead stock right shoe, 10.5 DMP 11's. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on my Twitter, man, and let's make this happen, you know?